Hello, readers, and thank you for joining me for another phonics lesson. We are continuing our look at VCV multisyllabic words. As we've been learning that there's two ways we can split these up, one behind the vowel, one behind the consonant. And we're going to continue to look at those as we practice those for another week here in class. As we get started, I want to always start by reviewing some words we need to know. I'm going to move myself up so I'm not blocking anything. And let's say first we need to know a vowel. We'll use a V on those. A vowel is a letter and a voice speech sound. There are 5 vowels, A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. And I believe we saw yesterday that Y is sometimes a vowel. We also have the word consonant, and we'll be labeling those with a C in our video. A consonant is a letter and a speech sound that can be voiced or unvoiced. And if a letter isn't a vowel, it's a consonant. So B, C, D, E, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, sometimes Y, and Z. And by voiced and unvoiced is when you make the sound. If you can put your finger on your throat, if you feel a little vibration, it's voiced. If you don't feel a vibration, it's unvoiced. Now, a syllable is a unit, and a unit can be part of a word or a whole word with at least one vowel. And so that's what we see. A syllable, we already did syllable. Multisyllabic means it's a word with more than one syllable. Multi means many, syllabic means syllable. So multisyllabic is many syllables, which means more than one. The 3 kinds of syllable types we're going to see today. One's an R-controlled syllable, and that's a syllable with an R-controlled vowel in it. A-R, I-R, E-R, U-R, O-R will be R-controlled vowels. Then we have a closed syllable, and that's a syllable with a short vowel. And an open syllable is a syllable with a long vowel. And I always like to review the difference in an open and closed syllable because that can be confusing sometimes. An open syllable does not end with a vowel, or ends with a vowel but not with a consonant, and it makes the long vowel sound. For instance, we have the word he here. There's nothing behind it, so it's open. Then we have the word hen, and the word hen, the E makes a short vowel sound, a short E, and that's a closed syllable, and it's closed because it ends with a consonant and it makes the short vowel sound. It's protected or closed at the end. All right, now we're going to practice breaking apart 4 multisyllabic words. And then we're also going to figure out, are the syllables open, closed, or are controlled? So we're going to do these together, and we're just going to go through the steps, step by step, that we've learned in class to practice. And the idea is if you practice enough, you won't even have to do it with paper, with pencil anymore. You'll be able to do it all right here, which is what we want. So this is our first word. I'm going to slide myself back down. Do you remember the first step? Label the vowels. And what are the vowels in this word? The I and the E. That's correct. Now, I know you see this R next to the I. Is there a reason that's not R controlled? It's because the R is not behind the vowel. It's not with it. It's a separate thing. So what's step 2 after we've labeled the vowels? We build a bridge. And what do I put on the bridge? The consonants. That's right. And what are the consonants in this word? Just the V. And there are other consonants, I know, but they're not above the bridge. So we don't have to label those. So what's our next step? We have to break it apart. And we have to figure out where we're going to put our break, because it can go behind this vowel or behind this consonant. Those are our 2 choices. If I put it here, I have an open syllable now, which would make this a long I, so that'd be dry, in, vin, driving, driving, driving. That sounds like driving. That's not the same thing. Let's try it here. Now with that V behind the I have a closed syllable, and that changes it. D, I, v. Driv, in, driv, in, driven. Have you ever driven a car? I hope not. You're in elementary school. So probably not. Now that we've, whoops, I already told you the answers. Now that we've figured out which one's which, we know both these are closed syllables because behind the vowel is a consonant. Behind this vowel is a consonant. And they both make the short vowel sounds. Let's do another word. What's step one? Label the vowels. That's right. And what are the vowels in this one? Be careful. It's the E and the ER. Why is ER? What is that called? R control. That's right. So we're going to make a bigger V under both of those because that will go together to make one sound. What's the next step? Build a bridge. That's correct. What do I do after I build a bridge? That's right. I put my consonants on it. And what consonants are above the bridge? Just the T. That is correct. All right. And what's my next choice? My next job? I have to break it up. So again, let's slide this over. And we're going to, I just always start and try this one. And if that one doesn't work, I try this one. Let's try this. Now remember, if I don't have a consonant, that makes a long vowel sound. So that would be e, me, t, ter, me, ter, meter. That is a word. I think I've heard that word in math for measurement. And what kind of vowel is this again? And what kind of vowel is this? Our syllable is this? Did you get them right? This is an open syllable because there's no consonant behind it. And this is an R controlled because it has the sound in there. Let's do a couple more and then we'll do some silent blending. Again, what's step one? Label the vowels. That's right. And that O and the I are the vowels in this one. After I've labeled the vowels, what do I put it? What do I do next? I build a bridge. That's right. So I'm going to connect the O and the I. And we'll connect those two vowels. After I build a bridge, what's my next step? I put the consonants on there. And what are the consonants above the bridge? Just the P. That's correct. Again, I don't do these because they're not above the bridge. After I've labeled the consonant, what's my next step? That's right. I break it. So again, I'm going to try again. If I put it here, this makes this a long vowel. So t, o, tro, pick, tropic, tropic. That doesn't sound like any word I know. Let's try the other one and see if I can make sense of it. Now that's a close, short vowel. T, op, trop, ick, tropic, tropic. That is a word I know. That is what you would see in warm areas near beaches, the tropics. And what kind of vowel is this? I mean, syllable is this? And what kind of syllable is this? What would this one be? And this one? Did you get them right? They're both closed. That's correct. Because this one has a P behind the O and this one has a C behind the I. They both have a consonant behind it. All right, last one before we silent blend. What's our first step? Label the vowels. And what are the vowels? The I and the E. What do I do after I label the vowels? Build a bridge. That's correct. And what do I put on my bridge? That's right, the consonants. Only the consonants above the bridge. And I only have one. That's the L. What's my next step? Break it apart. So let's give it a try. Let's try it here first. That makes this one a long vowel because there's nothing behind it. I, sigh. Int, lent. Silent. Silent. Sometimes my teacher tells me to be silent. I think that's right. And if I do that, what kind of syllable is this? And what kind of syllable is this? What's this one? And this one? Were you correct? This is open again. And why is it open? Because there's no consonant behind it. And why is this one closed? There's a consonant behind it. Very good. Let's go over some sounds we've learned already, and then we'll do our silent blending. Say these with me, please. Goal. Bull. Sp. Ft. Der. Gur. Ch. S. Or. E. A. E. E. Very good. Now let's do some silent blending. Remember, don't say the word until the whole thing is up there. Never. Vanish. Cabin. Travel. Before. Paper. Recess. Acorn. Camel. Final. Giver. Flavor. How'd you do? Did you do okay on those? I hope you did. If you want to go ahead and break those words up, you can sort them by what kind of syllables they have, or you can just enjoy your day and read a book. Until next time, happy reading.